Have you ever wondered why life is so difficult? Why life is so hard? Why it seems like every single time you take one step forward, you get pushed 3 steps back? Do you ever wonder why there's that saying, good guys finish last, or, bad things happen to good people, or good things happen to bad people? It doesn't really matter. It all kind of falls under the same umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Well, that is only for this magical law of the universe. And today we're going to learn about it. So, without further ado, I'm Naga Nick. This is Self-Science Research and Development. And these are laws of the universe. Let's get into it. So, the law of relativity. All right. What it is like everybody who is born, period, point blank simple. We all start at the same place, square one. Then we meet our first lesson, our first task, our first development stage. And that's usually from age till we actually understand we're a person, around like 5 till 9 or 10. And that usually has to do with assessing environment. Whether you have a good environment, a kind of turbulent one, depends on the motions. Motions equal water, water equals seas. So that's our first kind of basic understanding of the law of relativity, is this understanding of how life works by observing our parents. All right. And these lessons, they're brought to you by the law, by the universe, by God, who created all things in the universe. And he sees you at an individual scale. So you need to understand this. Everything that happens in the macro happens in the micro. Okay? So you could be your own little planet walking around the universe, which is the world, seeing other planets, stars, suns, supernovas, black holes, white holes. There's so much activity going on out there, and they have their own lessons too that they're facing. And that's the law of relativity, all right? How fast can you transition the lessons that everybody has to be taught and still keep your heart intact? Not let your heart be darkened. Not walk around with hate and shame and envy and disgust. But instead, walk around with love, kindness, caring, and compassion. You see, you'll see dark stars out here, devoid of light. And that's because they failed their lessons. They failed their tests. When the law of relativity came and knocked on their door, they did not let it in. They did not embrace the challenge. Instead, they fought the challenge and said, I can't accept this. I will never forgive. I will never let this go. I will hate them forever. But the law of relativity does not work that way. No, in order to become lighter, weightless, the light of a feather, in order to become a light being, meat in the air to be light, you must push all of that weight off of your heart so that you may be weightless. You see, holding on to bitterness, envy, jealousy, all these things weigh you down. That's why they're at the root of the tree. They weigh you down. That's why fear is a very low vibration, because it weighs you down. It's heavy. It's heavy. And that's why love is light. It's so easy. It's so easy to love. You love this video game. You love this favorite food. You love this person. You love your life. Like, it's so easy to find something in your reality that you love. You see, we all face the same kind of trials. We have the same lessons that we have to learn. And I think when you begin to understand that other people go through similar lessons, like they go through certain things that they have to face, you begin to notice that they deal with it completely different. And that's not your problem. That's not your fault. You know, and you have some people that don't know what they're doing wrong. How do they live with that light? How do they live with a weightless heart? How do they love unconditionally, but also protect their hearts so they're not abused, not taken advantage of? Well, some, they use the laws of the universe. The laws of the universe can only take you so far. And from an integral psychologist's point of view, I've seen some people cut them off. They cut off everybody, one by one, to see who's causing them the weight, who's causing them the problems, who's not feeding into them, who's not giving back, who's not pouring into them. And other people, they observe the fruit of the person. Does this person lift me up? Do they make me feel good? Or do I stay around because I feel obligated? You know, do I do these things because I feel I have to? And that's entirely up to you, because everybody, yes, we go through the same lessons, the same exact lessons. Where you are in your journey is no different. I've been through it all. I've seen it all. I'm sure you have too. And I'm sure that your scars and your wounds give you a good enough justification to treat people like crumb. But you're treating yourself like crumb when you do that. You're not loving yourself when you do that, because you give away your power. Love yourself enough to see that you don't have to. You can treat everyone the way you want to be treated and keep your power. all you have to do is understand the law of relativity. And when you do that, you'll never feel powerless again. You'll never feel like you're not worthy. You'll never feel like you're not enough. It's what's inside you that's beautiful, not what's outside. I mean, believe what you want. Because some people only see with their eyes, and they don't see with their mind. They don't know how to. They're completely reactive and think everything is an attack on their character. But some inner childs need healing. And by inner child, I mean that kid you used to be when you believed all of those terrible things about yourself that others told you you're what you were. When you never were. You're so much better than that. The law of relativity can help you heal by simply noticing the events that happen in your life and how you deal with them. Do you get all angry, stomp around, throw things, yell at people, hurt other people's feelings? Because I can tell you right now, you're failing that test. Or, when things don't go your way, do you accept it and say, okay, I see this is a lesson that I have to learn. I don't like it at all. Matter of fact, I could have a few choice words about it. But I'm not going to let it taint my heart. I'm not going to let it change who I am. Because honestly, who you are as a person is good enough. Being your authentic self is good enough. Because whoever told you had to wear that mask lied to you. Whoever told you not to be yourself lied to you. Whoever told you that you weren't good enough, they lied to you. And that's what the law of relativity teaches. I'm Naga Nick. This is self-science. And these are laws of the universe. I'll see you guys.